All right, guys, story time number 4. They are out here in these streets. They are torching Teslas and vandalizing Teslas. Can you believe it? This is definitely DOGE related, Elon Musk related as well. The bigger question is, and I ask you guys, do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? And I'm going to try to tie all this stuff here together. Elon Musk, man, people right now, he's probably the most hated entrepreneur in the history of the United States. If you look at a lot of things that are happening right now, maybe there's been some more before in the past, but at least in our modern times that we're talking about here, and so what did Elon Musk do? He has started a number of different businesses over the years. And one of the ones that a lot of them have all been built on dreams and aspirations. And if you think about it, a lot of things that he's done in somehow, some way, ultimately help humanity. And so I would say he's probably one of the greatest entrepreneurs that have lived during our time that we've all been alive here on Earth. He even used his crew recently to go up into outer space and rescue the 2 astronauts that have been stuck there for 9 months. Now, if you guys aren't aware of it, our bodies are not designed to be in outer space, and so at most, if through extensive training, the first 1 or 2 months that you're in outer space, you can go up there and you can get back home and you can pretty much overcome any of the damage that happens to your body. Our bodies really in outer space have a limit of about 3 to 6 months on the top end, depending upon the astronaut. These astronauts were stuck up there for 9 months. Crazy. They now have irreparable damage that's been done to their body that will never, ever be able to be repaired. And like I said, I'm not trying to be political here in any kind of way. I'm only talking in the sense of what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So these guys have irreparable damage to their body that they will never be able to get over at all. And they've been in space for 9 months. Okay, all good. So him and his crew went up there, they got him, they rescued them, they brought him back home. Now, just imagine, and it's just amazing, when his rockets were launching, and they were blowing up recently, people were cheering and celebrating. But just imagine I think of it this way. Think of 3 people in your life, even 2 people in your life that you absolutely love and adore. And just imagine if for some reason you lost contact with them and there was no way for you to be able to get them back. They were in a place where it's near impossible. The only options really are to accept that they will never come back home, or to ultimately just, grieve their loss and watch them slowly slip away. Just think of 2 people in your life that mean a lot to you. Now, these people that were stuck up there in outer space, they have families. The female astronaut, she's married. I believe the male astronaut is married also as well. They've got family, they've got kids, they've got uncles and brothers and sisters and all that. Just imagine if you hated Elon Musk, but your family member was stuck in a spot in this world that only Elon Musk can get them back. What would you give up in order to be able to see those people again? And I'll tell you, that's what Elon Musk did. He went up there into outer space and he rescued these astronauts and he brought them back home so that the families can still continue to carry on and have their lives enriched by having their family members here and not have to go through the loss of grieving them. That's an incredible thing to do. And like I said, I'm not trying to be political here one way or another, support one side of the equation or the other when it comes to Democrats or Republicans, but you got to look at it that way. And so like I said, him being an entrepreneur right now, he is experiencing so much opposition, but he carries on. He still carries on with his mission. He still carries on with his duties. He still tries to make the earth a lot better. Now, if you wanted to become an entrepreneur, do you have what it takes to be able to do this same thing? And I tell you, most of us cannot, will not, and shall not ever be a true entrepreneur. But he's able to do this. So I say all this to say, if you can't do what Elon Musk is doing right now, which is dealing with all the opposition, all the hatred, all the death threats, and still figure out a way to keep his businesses going, regardless of the opposition that he's experiencing. That is the core minimum personality trait that you need in order to be an entrepreneur. And I'll tell you, the majority of the people that I have that are my clients, they are entrepreneurs. A lot of them are. And I'll tell you, over the 24, 25 years of me being in business, I've had tons and tons and tons of clients that have all tried to start their own businesses. And I'll tell you what, the majority of them fail. They just don't work. And so the thing is right now with what's happening with DOGE, the cutbacks and all the different things that are happening with the U.S. government and employment and all that type of stuff, a lot of people are probably thinking, I want to become an entrepreneur right now and go out on my own and solve the problem of having to deal with the uncertainty of working for the man. But I tell you, if you don't have the strength to do what Elon Musk is doing, don't do it. Find something else to do, because in the end, ultimately, you will fail. And I'll tell you, as a business owner myself, it is one of the hardest things in the world to be able to build a business. It took me 15 years to be able to build my business enough where I can go out on my own and I can sustain myself. I've only got a few clients over the years, out of the percentage of the ones that have started businesses, that have actually been able to walk away from their full-time jobs and be able to live completely off their businesses without going to the debt and without destroying their financial well-being and then putting their family and their lives at risk. There's only a few people that have been able to do that. There's only been a few others that have been able to carry on long enough and be profitable enough where they can even consider the option of really taking advantage of a lot of the things that an S corporation provides them. And so I say this to you guys: if you're thinking about starting a business during these times, sure, go ahead and do it, but just be absolutely careful and keep in mind that it's one of the most difficult things to do. And if you don't have the strength to overcome the opposition like somebody like Elon Musk is going through, because in the end, it all falls on you. And if you can't make it happen, it's nobody's fault but your own. Absolutely nobody's fault at all. So if you do decide to start, if things are getting tough for you at your job right now, you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, go ahead and start becoming an entrepreneur, but at the same time, stay full-time self-employed so you can have a paycheck coming in. You can also have a medical, dental, vision business benefits as well. And if you end up getting laid off from your job, you get fired or whatever it might be, you got your business that you just started, get out there and find another job and keep the income coming in, because in the end, it's one of the most difficult things to do. And if you don't have the personality to deal with the opposition and the hatred and the problems that you're going to experience as an entrepreneur, I would recommend don't even try to do it. So look upon Elon Musk as an example of how difficult it is to be an entrepreneur. And if you have the strength to do what he's doing, do it. If you don't have the strength to do it, don't become an entrepreneur. And like I said, it's one of the most difficult things that you're going to do. So when it's all said and done, I know things right now are very uncertain. Maintain full-time employment. If you start a business on the side, go ahead and do that. Work very diligently to try to use the least amount of money to get your business going. That way, at some point, hopefully, it'll be able to generate profits that will be able to keep you going. Brace for impact. Things are not going to get any better. Matter of fact, they're going to get worse. And just remember that nobody is coming to save any of us at all, but consider your choice if you decide to become an entrepreneur.